Welcome students, it's my dream, India's first ever e-learning program. And I'm discussing capacitance further. Okay. In last class I discussed about a spherical capacitor and then two concentric spheres, right? Now I come to third one, the cylindrical capacitor. Here I write cylindrical capacitor. What is it actually? I take a cylinder of length L having charge per unit length. Length of cylinder is L, total charge is Q, so I have charge per unit length is Q by L. What I do now, I take another concentric cylinder around it, okay. Now our sole purpose is what? Our purpose is to find the Q and V. Total charge is Q lambda Q by L, right? Here there will be induced negative charge and the outer face is earth. I call inner cylinder A and outer cylinder B. Definitely potential of the outer cylinder is predefined, that is 0 now. Now what I do, I assume a Gaussian surface. I hope you remember that electric field due to a line charge. Its distance from center is r. I hope you remember electric field due to line charge lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught r. And we have the relation E is equal to minus of dV by dr, right? Then dV is equal to minus of E dr. And dV equals to lambda dr upon 2 pi epsilon naught r. Now our purpose is to find the potential difference between this inner cylinder and the outer cylinder. So I integrate from, I suppose its potential VA, it is VB, and it is from inner radius is A and the outer cylinder radius is B. I do it from A to B and it is dV equals to minus of E dot dr. Further I integrate it, then I get dV, integration of dV is V from VA to VB, right? And integration of this section, there is only dr upon r integrable. It is minus of lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught ln r from A to B, right? Here I have VB minus VA is equal to minus of lambda 2 pi epsilon naught ln B by A. Now VB is predefined, it is 0, and say because it is VB which is earth, it is 0, and this VA, let it is V. So VB is 0 minus V is equal to minus of lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught ln B upon A. Finally, I have V is equal to lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught ln B upon A. Got it? In this way I get the potential difference between these two cylinders. Now look what I have. Now I have the result V is equal to lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught ln B upon A. Lambda is Q upon L, and then I write V is equal to Q upon 2 pi epsilon naught L ln B upon A. Right? C is equal to Q by V. From this very known relation, we find the value of C. It is Q upon V. It is 2 pi epsilon naught L upon ln B upon A. This is the capacitance due to a cylindrical capacitor. Right? Now I turn to the very popular parallel plate capacitor. The very famous, the very popular parallel plate capacitor. Now we come to parallel plate capacitor. In short, we call it PPC. Right? There is a plate having some charge, or say charge density sigma, better I say. It has charge Q and area A. I place another plate here, negative charge induced at the front face, positive charge back side, but I earth it, so all the positive charge will go inside the earth. And I have told you before that electric field between these two plates, I hope you remember, it is sigma upon epsilon naught. And here we simply used V is equal to E by D. The potential difference between these two plates, I say VA and VB, that is VA minus VB minus EDR. We can do in this way also. And EDR, VA is V, and then we can simply solve it in this way. dr, I will start from x equals to 0 to x equals to d, 0 to d, then we will have the same answer. So we will have V equals to E upon d, and E is what? E is sigma upon epsilon naught d. In place of sigma, I write Q by A epsilon naught d. Again, epsilon naught A t, wait, Q by epsilon naught A E by t sigma. V equals to, wait, here I have done a mistake. E is equal to V by D, then sigma upon epsilon naught equals to V by D, and sigma is Q by A epsilon naught V by D. Q upon epsilon naught A V by D, and I have Q by V epsilon naught A by D is the relation actually. E is equal to minus delta V by delta R. So sometimes it becomes a little mistake as I did. So I did it intentionally, let me tell you, because many times students get confused what was the relation. So keep in mind, let me tell you, dw f dot dr, dw by q naught f by q naught dot dr. You remember this relation, then you remember dv is equal to minus of E dot dr. So keep in mind this relation, you will not ever make a mistake. Getting? I made it intentionally once. First I got, then I said I should tell you this way. Well, now I have the formula of capacitance. It is Q by V epsilon naught A by D. So formula for the capacitance due to a parallel plate capacitor is C is equal to epsilon naught A by D, right? Further, now up to yet what we have done, due to this single sphere, it is C equals to 4 pi epsilon naught R. Due to these two concentric spheres A and B, 4 pi epsilon naught AB upon B minus A. Due to cylindrical capacitor, we have what it was, 2 pi epsilon naught ln B upon A upon L. And lastly, we have parallel plate capacitor, that is C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. In general, whenever there is capacitance represented, it is represented by two lines like parallel plate capacitor. So this is the basic theory, right? Now I call combination of capacitors. First is series combination. I told you that whenever we will be talking about the capacitors, we will be drawing always parallel lines, right? Whatever the capacitance is. Say this is one capacitor, this is another, and this is third. We generally take three capacitors, C1, C2, C3. We connect them through a battery of voltage V. Now what will happen? Suppose a plus Q charge goes here, then minus Q will appear here. If minus Q appears here, electrons are coming from this plate to this, then here it will be plus Q, and just opposite it again induced charge minus Q, and again this minus Q comes from electrons from this plate to this, it becomes plus Q, and lastly it is minus Q. So in series, I should say, in series, charges on capacitors are same. First thing. Now V is equal to Q by C. So potentials on each will not be same because charges are same but capacitances are different. V1 equals to Q by C1 V2 equals to Q by C2, V3 equals to Q by C3. But the total potential is what? V equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now we suppose that if I connect a single battery, now let me tell you the concept of equivalent capacitance. From here I am going to tell you the concept of equivalent capacitance. Equivalent capacitance means if I remove all these capacitors and just I place one capacitor, I say C equivalent. I keep same voltage and a one capacitor having C equivalent capacitance and draws the same charge, then that capacitance will be definitely electrically equivalent. So I should say if this is okay with this equation, means Q upon C equivalent, Q upon C1, Q upon C2, Q upon C3. From here I have the equivalent capacitance 1 upon C equivalent, 1 upon C1, 1 upon C2, 1 upon C3 and so on. So in case of equivalent capacitance in series, the reciprocal are equal to the reciprocal of equivalent. For example, if I take, just for an example, if I take, this is capacitance of 2C, this is 4C, 1 by 2, 1 by 3 by 4, and this is again 4C. Now what will be the equivalent capacitance? This is C1, C2, C3. Then 1 upon C equivalent, 1 upon 2C, 1 upon 4C plus 1 upon 4C. I will have 1 upon C equivalent, 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 4. I will have 1 upon C. So C equivalent will be C here. That's the way. In the same way, we can connect them in parallel also. We can connect them in parallel also. Parallel combination. Now what is parallel combination? Simply like resistances, this is capacitance C1, this is C2, this is C3, this is voltage V. Now in case of parallel capacitance, definitely the voltage across all the capacitors are same. From here suppose charge Q flows, here Q1 goes, here Q2 goes, here Q3 goes, but the potentials are same. In this case the potentials are same. Of course Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. My concept of equivalent is still same, that if I connect a battery of voltage V and I take a single capacitor, it draws the same charge. Means C equivalent must be Q by V in my case. Right? Here I will calculate Q1, Q2, Q3. Definitely Q1 is equal to C1V. That's a common formula. Q2 is equal to C2V. Q3 equals to C3V. As per the formula, Q is proportionate to V, right? C is a constant. In the same way, Q equals to C. A very simple relation. Now I place here Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3, and here I write Q is equal to C equivalent into V. So C equivalent into V, C1V, C2V plus C3V. So C equivalent equals to C1 plus C2 plus C3. This is the combination, series as well as parallel, right? We can do very simple examples on this.